think the most important thing to me in hindsight since I've been a graduate was the community experience, really. Especially in what I do now, I've realised that having people to bounce off and share your ideas with on a daily basis and in tutorial situations is something that you really don't get outside.
So what I really enjoyed here at the School of Art, especially on my course filmmaking, was the collaborative element, but really it ends up being like you're part of a gang. You get set these briefs and you work really hard all together and you hopefully produce something that's really good. Sometimes you don't, that's all part of the learning process. But you feel as if you're all on a journey together. And I don't know, I really enjoyed making those connections whilst I was here.
I really enjoyed the structure of the course, the input that I received, and really the support to develop my own practice. No sort of individual style. I was really encouraged to sort of develop and actually push my work as well, and it evolved quite significantly over the time.
Since graduating, I've been working as a graduate teaching assistant on the BA photography course. Having the knowledge of the course has been really helpful, so it means that I kind of understand what student expectation is, and I think that helps the students kind of work between, seeing me as like a midway between being a student and being a tutor. I was really fortunate that one of my tutors, just as I was graduating, put me in touch with Sean Bernal, who was organising an exhibition in China called PIP 14. So I was lucky enough to have my work internationally shown so soon after graduating.
I've been doing freelance work, so I made a couple of videos as part of a collective for the BFI, and we won a commission for them to have that shown at the South Bank Centre. I've also been freelancing for a Telegraph Media Group down in London, working on their video department, as well as working on just different music videos, a short film that had Creative England funded as well.
Since leaving, I have gone on to do an MA. I was actually supported in gaining some NADFAS funding, which was a bursary so I could continue in education, which is what I'd wanted to do from the start.
I now run a textiles design consultancy business online. I run monthly briefs for students and graduates who are studying or practicing printed textile design, and I kind of give them a little bit of guidance and feedback. Again, that kind of links into the experience that I've gained from my university course. I don't think I would have been able to do that really, or had the confidence to give people advice on their work or tell them what I think.
On the course I had the opportunity to work with quite a lot of state-of-the-art kit, professional level, like when the building got redone we had a brand new studio put in, which means that I was comfortable working with professional standard lights, cameras, tripods, and that means that when I have been assisting photographers and filmmakers I'm kind of comfortable with using that sort of kit, so I know that I can do my job well.
I feel as if I learn how to be on a set, specifically with filmmaking. There was a really good process where you'd learn not only just like technical skills, which is all great, the workshops gave you a really good technical foundation, but that professional attitude going out and having a good set etiquette, because we made so many films, it's a hugely practical course. Whereas maybe in other universities you might only make one film a year. I ended up making about 16 films over 3 years. So by the time you go into the working world, you know exactly what goes on location and how to behave.
Manchester's got a great creative network. What's different to maybe London is the fact that Manchester's full of people that are living here and can also afford to produce work here. So that means that there's a lot of creativity going on. There's a real atmosphere for pop-up exhibitions, a real support network, I think, of people that you can easily slip into.
The Whitworth Art Gallery's just undergone quite a big refurb, and it's absolutely fantastic in there. They've extended it and they've opened up areas that weren't previously open, and they've got some really good shows going on there at the moment.
In Manchester, well, we have the new Home Art Centre opening up, which is a merger between Corner House and Library Theatre Company. We have people like Danny Boyle as a patron, Jason Wood. So yeah, also in Manchester there's more of a kind of open-minded, welcoming mentality. I always think that people are more willing to share contacts, share projects, get people more involved, and I definitely think there's a mentality here, being an up-and-coming city as well. You can walk through down the street and all of a sudden something's being built, or something, a new shop or a new gallery is just opening up, that you're hearing about these things all the time. and it feels as if you're literally watching the city grow around you as you walk through it, which is, for me, it's an exciting time to be living here.
I think Manchester's where it's at. People think that London is, you know, the place to be, but I think there's no, as far as I'm aware, no other city that's growing so rapidly and attracting so many people from all over the world. And I still live here now, 2 years after graduating, and I can't imagine going anywhere else.